John 4:13. Apokrithe Jesus kai epen aute, pas ha penon ectu hudatas tutu, dipsese palen. Here Jesus continues this dialogue with the Samaritan woman at the well. Jesus answered and said to her. We've seen that kind of construction over and over again where we have multiple words of speech to introduce a quotation. Apokrithe is, of course, from the middle-only verb apokrinamai. As soon as we write out apokrinamai, we remember, that has a prepositional prefix, so any kind of augment is going to come here. There's our augment. And we see this omai ending. We say, this verb is always going to follow middle passive endings because of the subject-affected nature of the action. In this case, a verb of reciprocity where you have two parties. If you remove one, it can't happen. You can't answer when there's no one there. And verbs of reciprocity like that are frequently middle-only verbs. When you see that theta, it's like a big easy chair, somebody kicking back, feeling extremely passive, right? So in form, this is an aorist passive indicative, third person singular, third singular to match the third singular subject, Jesus, but of course conveying a middle idea. Passive forms frequently used for middle ideas in the Koine period. Jesus answered and said to her, "Everyone who drinks from this water will thirst again." Let's look at that verb dipsese. Do you know what that's from? That's from dipsao. Dipsao, to thirst. When you write it out, you see it's an alpha contract verb, right? Contract verb, the last letter of the stem will be alpha, omicron, or epsilon. This is alpha contract. And whenever we add a tense formative after it, it will just automatically lengthen, just like a reflex. So you can see it's lengthened to an eta when the sigma is added. You say, is this an aorist? No, it's not an aorist. There's no augment. So the sigma lets us know this is a future, right? It's just a future active indicative, third person singular ending. He will thirst again. Maybe when you studied for the SAT or GRE, perhaps you learned the word dipsomnia, right, which is building on the same Greek root. Dipsomnia is an uncontrollable thirst for alcohol. I'm not exactly sure how that became limited to alcohol in the English word, but it's building on that root, obviously that dipsa, the dipsao, to thirst root that we have in Greek. Perhaps that, if you know that word, that will help you remember this word.